BBC News. Hello, this is Jerry Smith. 4 Ukrainian regions controlled wholly or in part by Russian forces have begun self-styled referendums on joining the Russian Federation. Ukraine says the vote, which is backed by the Russian President Vladimir Putin, has no legal force. Western countries see the process as an illegal step towards annexation of Ukrainian territory by Russia. The US National Security spokesman John Kirby said the referendums have no legitimacy.
We believe that these will be sham referenda. They won't be legitimate. They certainly won't be free or fair. We're not going to recognize that. And so many other nations around the world aren't going to recognize that. This is nothing more than a ploy by Vladimir Putin to try to gain through some legitimacy through politics and electoral issues that which he cannot gain militarily. But it's not going to work. What needs to happen is Mr. Putin needs to leave Ukraine. He needs to stop this war.
The Saudi foreign minister says Russia's release this week of 10 foreign prisoners of war had been key to a broader agreement on freeing Ukrainian and Russian captives. Prince Faisal bin Farhan bin Abdullah Al Saud told the BBC that mediation by the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman had been crucial and critical. The broader exchange saw more than 200 Ukrainian captives released for 55 Russians. Mr. Al Saud dismissed the suggestion that Saudi mediation was aimed at restoring the Crown Prince's reputation following the killing of the journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
I think that's a very cynical view. What we saw, what the kingdom's leadership saw an opportunity to achieve a humanitarian breakthrough, to facilitate the return of these detainees to their families. I think that's what we've achieved.
A former senior official in China has been given a suspended death sentence in the run-up to an important political meeting next month. Sun Li-jun, an ex-Vice Minister of Public Security, was accused of taking bribes and political disloyalty. China's leadership appears to be stressing the need for loyalty ahead of the Communist Party Congress. A court in northern China has handed down a prison sentence of 24 years to a man who led an attack on a group of women at a barbecue restaurant. The assault led to a debate in China about gender violence. Michael Bristow has more details.
The late-night attack in the city of Tangshan began when one of the women rejected the man's advances. He and a group of friends then used bottles, chairs and fists to beat the women in the crowded restaurant. The full brutality of the assault was caught on surveillance video and quickly went viral. Immediately, it sparked a wider discussion in China about attacks on women. The authorities quickly censored this online talk and then tried to steer the debate away from gender violence by painting the assault as gang crime.
World News from the BBC. The Lebanese authorities say more than 50 people have drowned when a boat carrying migrants sank off the coast of Syria. 20 survivors are being treated in hospital. Syrian officials say the boat had set off from Tripoli in Lebanon. Lina Sinjab reports from Beirut.
Syrian authorities say they are on alert looking for survivors of migrant boat that sank close to the shores of coastal city of Tartus. The boat is believed to have been heading to Europe with over 100 migrants of Lebanese, Syrian and Palestinian nationals, including women and children. Syrian health authorities say they are providing health care to the survivors and are ready to receive more. Lebanon is struggling with devastating economic situation since the financial crisis began in 2019. More and more people are living in poverty and are seeking ways to leave the country.
Iran's President Ebrahim Raisi has insisted that a thorough investigation is underway into the death last Friday of a 22-year-old woman who was arrested by the morality police. Speaking in New York, Mr. Raisi condemned as acts of chaos the nationwide protest sparked by Mahsa Amini's death, which left at least 30 dead. Sri Lanka's government is to hold talks with creditors today as it begins the process of restructuring debt that's contributed to its worst economic crisis in decades. The talks are key to unlocking a bailout of almost $3 billion from the IMF. Scientists from Imperial College London say early human trials of a new type of cancer therapy show promising results. It involves using a common virus to infect and destroy harmful cells. About 40 patients were administered a drug called RP2 by direct injection into the tumour. The researchers told a recent medical conference that one patient's cancer had vanished while others saw their tumours shrink. BBC News.